What an introduction. Thanks, Alexis and Chris. I'm starting to feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But let's stick to the game plan and celebrate the passers who exist to assist. Here are your State Farm assists of the month. From its Zone KG, putting in work in the wreck. Rebound, outlet, relay. Love that the finisher also contested the shot that starts it all. Textbook two-way. Next is run with Turtle. The defense is bringing an extra defender? No problem. They out.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. But traffic in New York City making its way back in. So the New York starting five. They've got R.J. Barrett. Mitchell Robinson out there with Toppin. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's P. And it's Harden in at the two. Well, fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sport.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
Outside Robinson. Passes to Barrett, shoots from the high post. Second chance effort, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. Two shots coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul. New York shooting their first free throws here for the night. No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. We're about 1 minute into the first. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. P. Barrett covering. Stolen by Robinson. Irving against Rubio. And it's Durant with the rebound. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's good. 2 points.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Robinson. And here's Barrett. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on R.J. Barrett. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Feet away. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
P passes to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. A nice shot by Jordan.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Robinson up top. The pass to Barrett. Ball's knocked loose. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Richardson dishes to Rubio. Some nice passing by New York here. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. New York needs to get off a shot. Richardson. And the shot is long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Passes it to B. Inside. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 6.
Well, the paint is Jordan's home turf now. He moves and shoots with real confidence inside.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And a new group out there. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New York.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Free throw good from Harden. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And New York, looking at who they've got Toppin. Ricky Rubio is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Well, P in the last game against the Suns stepped up when it mattered. He had 15 points, and it was impressive how many times he was able to get himself to the foul line and capitalize. He performed really well. I could see his role expanding as he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
Here's P. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Brooklyn, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one. That's good from P.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from P. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Down low. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Richardson. Brown's got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Lobbed up there for Durant. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Robinson. And Robinson is right there. Robinson's got the lead up to 12 now for New York.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's P. Robinson with the block. And he gets it back. Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Richardson the pass to Toppin. And Durant sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's Rubio, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
And the jam by Harden.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the New York Knicks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Got plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Could make for some fairly high.
So it's New York holding on to an 11-point. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nets trail by 11. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan, and it's Durant, and it's P in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. A shot by Jordan, no good. New York's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Rubio against Harden. Kicks it out to Richardson. No good with the triple. Richardson's gone 1 of 4 from the field. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
P. Garrett covering. Here's P. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Mitchell Robinson. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Irving against Rubio. Out left to the wing. Here's P, and it's denied.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Rubio, the pass to Barrett, lets it go with a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Barrett's got the lead up to 12 now for New York. Here's P. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Toscano's checked in, and Joe Harris is subbed in for Irving.
You got to like what Rubio does here. I mean, working his magic in the painted area.
Nets trail by 13. P covered by Rubio. Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Rubio outside. Aldridge finds Rubio. They double him with Jordan. Barrett against Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Zeller. Let's go. And again, it's New York.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
P covered by Rubio. Here's Jordan. The offensive rebound. Tries again, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
Quickly guarded by Harden. And it's in there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle. Free throw good. James Harden.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Ricky Rubio. Toppin is out there with Barrett. Then it's Robinson. Here's P. Up and in on the layup. P's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Nets.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Pass to Robinson. Fires for 3, and it's James Harden with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
He passes to Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Very elusive in the pick and rolls is Kevin Durant. I mean, he slashes after screening, and that makes it tough to stay with him.
And the pass to Robinson. The dish to Rubio. Nets leading by 3. Here's P. The Knicks pull it in. Barrett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Quickly, Kevin Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Jordan, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
2 shots. And so Jordan nails both of them. Knicks trail by 5. New York calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, P.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose,
and getting those points the hard way.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Harden the pass to Pete. .158 left in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Jordan. Makes that one his sixth of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Rubio against Irving. Rubio the pass to Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists here tonight. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's P. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Boy, Durant did a nice job. Created space for that shot.
Passes it to Rubio. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there. Well, in my mind, KD is one of the top 10 all-time guys that you want taking that shot. His length, his ball handling, his shooting, and his confidence makes him huge in late-game situations.
Toppin good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
He passes to Durant. Shoots over Toppin. Money!
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
They double him with Irving. To the middle. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Here's P, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Richardson, he's checked in for New York. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And coming through in a big way, you have to love Barrett there, taking over down the stretch.
And that one falls for Barrett. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Irving against Rubio. Outside Robinson. Richardson gets a wide open look. Can't get the 3 to fall. Pass to Pete. Got it.
Irving doing a nice job there, being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Jeans. I ain't playing in the whole nother league. Go to Philly, then I go to Reddy's, then I get a rollie, then I meet it, and then I get it, and then I take it. Feel like Carson Wentz, I got the wisdom and for sit the bitch, I got a funny feeling that you folding. Boy, still the coldest. This the moment I come different, yo. Yeah, bait for Lauren, no monkey business, can't H&M's, no. Shout out in Cape Town. Africa's always a great time. Donald said all of us live in huts. I tell him, dummy, go to Lagos. All you like to play tough. You really hating cause your pay stuff. Philly women really chilling with me now. I really can't stop saying John. The double M genius back, mo. See me was sneaking with Fat Boy. See they can sleep on my raps they had. But who really can back? Spinning me. Man, enough I don't even got a rap. I get it. Stacking up spinach. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags. Getting the bag. You know the routine. You know the routine. Nah, we living. I ain't gotta post it. I ain't even boasting. How many times I gotta tell you about these rides, erasing ghosts? How many times I gotta tell you that? How many famous do I got for the love of the culture? Oh, everything kosher. Came in with a chip on my shoulder. Took it to Vegas. I bet it all at the table at poker. Just look at their faces. I know they don't like how I'm over. This is crazy. You never gonna catch me out rocking a choker. I'm on some right now. I'm feeling lit right now. We got the snake in the grass. He getting. I got 100 in cash, I'm about to spend right now. They try to put me in last, but what do it look like now? Gun, blowing all money, spending million, make back. Made enough off all hustle, I don't even got a rap. Grinding, I get it.
Ending in Court Conqueror with 202 Gaming. Serving a medieval sandwich, lob, steal, lob. Sharing the showtime with the Knights of the Round Orange Ball. Delicious. Absolutely succulent. Which pass should pass up the rest? Vote now for your State Farm top assist. And join us for our next top plays. Submit your top plays to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. I'm the 2KMC. No more flopping out there.
It's the NBA Live on 2K. So the Nets starting five. We've got P. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in a shooting guard. And for the Knicks, they've got Richardson. R.J. Barrett is out there with Toppin. Then it's Robinson. And it's Rubio in at the point. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Barrett. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Richardson kicks to Barrett. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. That's good on the jump shot.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. I talked to him about his strategy facing this team. He said those guys block a lot of shots, and they try to intimidate you. We have to be prepared mentally to stay aggressive, even when they send a few back our way. Guys?
Good information, D.A. Thanks. It'll be interesting to see which steps they take to accomplish their goal.
And guys, getting any kind of rhythm going offensively, I think would be a win against that defense.
Yeah, if you build the confidence early on, that'll go a long way. If you don't, wow, this could be a long one.
Barrett, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
There's a tremendous demand in the NBA right now for the kind of build that R.J. Barrett gives you at that guard position. So sturdy, so strong, and he has a chance to be one of the best guards in the league for many years to come.
Here's Robinson after the made shot from P. Robinson finds Barrett. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, Jordan's such a great dunker. Some of the jams he has are completely jaw-dropping.
And Brent, some breathless comparisons for R.J. Barrett. People throwing out names like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
And that's a ton of optimism around names like that. But this young player has a drive and a will. And I think he has the kind of composure to show you what he's made of. And if it reaches anywhere near those other players, Kevin, he's going to have one heck of a career.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Now, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Now, here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate and elevate like RJ did there.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pops it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square and DJ's going to throw it in.
Irving against Rubio. Kicks to Barrett. Outside Robinson. The pass to Rubio. Pass to Barrett. From deep. Second chance shot. And Robinson with the layup.
Well, sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
The Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at...
Here's P, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's Rubio with the ball for New York. Trailing by 2. And Robinson, a second-round pick for the Knicks. Brent, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
Cody Zeller out there with Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Ricky Rubio. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Brown. And it's sent back by White. To the paint. Here's Durant. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. KD's got his second basket of the game. For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's Aldridge, top of the key. He dishes it to Rubio. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. Doesn't want to give up any easy basket. He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, P in the last game against the Knicks was on a mission. He ended up with 21 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. And on top of that, the energy and hustle he played with was really impressive, which is why he was able to stuff the stat sheet. Kevin will see if he can do that again tonight.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg will see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Richardson kicks to Brown. And the Knicks miss again. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. McLemore. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Richardson, and Jordan sends it back.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
So for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Toppin in for Zeller. And the Nets making a change here as well. Joe Harris is checked in for Ben McLemore. Back to Rubio. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
He covered by Rubio. And stolen by Richardson. And now the Knicks on the break. And here's Harden. He picked up 12 points in their last one against New York. Pops it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Brown outside. Harden against Richardson. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Jordan the pass to Pete. Good D by Rubio.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Is KD stronger than we think? Well, yeah, probably. Muscling in there.
New York calls timeout. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match.
The close game so far through the first 2 quarters. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll... And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Shutting the floor for the Nets. We've got Jordan, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's P in at the 3. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this, you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Richardson the bounce pass. Barrett wide open, he fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Barrett's got 5 points in the quarter. Harden the pass to Pete. Pass to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
It's basically pick your poison with Kevin Durant, especially in the screen and roll, an effective passer, and of course, a deadly shooter.
Here's Rubio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, we've all seen it, the mobility, the wingspan of Durant. Seriously, how are you going to stop him on an alley-oop?
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Rubio dishes to Barrett. Robinson kicks to Rubio. Kicks it out to Richardson. Goes back up. And the layup is good. Richardson's got 8 points.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
P. Barrett covering. Robinson with the block. Richardson left side. Outside Robinson. Rubio the pass to Barrett. Fades. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
P covered by Rubio. P passes to Durant. And that's in. Nice feet on the play. Durant's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
New York calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So for the Nets, now Barrett, they've got Toppin. He's out there with Mitchell Robinson. Richardson is out there with Barrett. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Yeah, RJ was going to score either through you or over you. That's a nice finish there.
And Bones, when you look at RJ Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
Quickly guarded by Harden. Richardson against KD. Richardson can't hit that one. Nice defense from KD. Back to Harden. Down low, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
First one falls for him. Ricky Rubio checked in for the Knicks. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jordan's checked in. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
P passes to Jordan. Outside for Durant. Nets passing it around. P covered by Rubio. Pass to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Nets lead by 10. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Here's Rubio. Barrett trying to free himself up. And the basket by Rubio.
Ricky Rubio playing super confident right now.
So it's Brooklyn now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Robinson with the block. For 3, Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. Harris kicks to Harden. Inside, got a piece of it. Here's Richardson. Rebounded by the Nets. In the corner, Harden buries it from 3-point range.
And doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Rubio outside. And here's Richardson outside. Offensive rebound. Robinson. And Durant sends it back. Harris outside. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got 11 in the second half.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York possession. Irving's checked in for the Nets. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back.
That one doesn't drop. Harden with the defensive effort. One-on-one fast break. Oh, the lob to Irving. Stolen by Rubio. Richardson outside to the inside. Here's Barrett. The rebound by KD.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Yep, that one goes in there.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
The 9-foot shot, and Jordan sends it back, and he recovers it. Got that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Barrett. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Jordan finds Irving. Harden outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And so it's the Nets picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you later.
That went away after
We've been talking My Player builds over the last few weeks, and when it comes to team-based competition, small tweaks could mean the difference in a championship.
So, how do pro players build their My Players? Well, Season 4 of the NBA 2K League tips off in just a few days, so we decided to bring on a few of the top players to give us their take. Take a look. All right, today let's welcome back Dimes, Bear to Beast, and Kenny Got Work. They are joining us as they prepare for season.
The bustling financial district. So the Nets starting five. Be out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the point. And for Toronto, Levens is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Flynn in at the point guard position. And two conference rivals scoring off tonight. You know, Steve, this has the feel of a playoff game.
It does. These two teams have had their battles in the past. It's always fun to see them match up against one another. He's heady, he's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
He passes to Durant. Shoots over Anunoby. A nice shot by Katie.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. He passes to Irving. Shoots over Anunoby. It's good on the putback.
Big effort there by Durant, a factor on the offensive boards when that's his focus.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And it's Levens missing. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's VanVleet. He had 34 points in the win against Boston.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
And the Raptors miss again.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Here's Flynn. Kept alive. And Levens is right there.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. Now here's Flynn. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now here's Flynn. It's a 3-point game.
So that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
They get it again. Harden inside the 3-point line. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. VanVleet with it. Guarded now by Irving. VanVleet kicks to Hart. Here's Levens. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Flynn kicks to Anunoby. Back to Flynn. 5 on the clock.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
The shot's good from P.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Started.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Their last game. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, they've got McLemore, Harden out there with P, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. P, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Raptors making a switch here. Flynn's checked in. Both free throws good from P. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, P in the last game against the Knicks was outstanding. He finished with 11 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. He took command, and Greg really led the fight for his team.
You like someone who's willing to take control, but then again, tonight could turn out to be a different story.
Whether he's scoring, facilitating, hitting the glass, his focus is just to provide whatever they need for the win.
For Toronto, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. The first free throw is good.
OG Anunoby had a great start to his college career in Indiana. ACL cut that short, but he's bounced back very fast, and he's already making an impact in this league.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Jason Randall. P passes to KD. Lobbed up there for Durant, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And Brooklyn making a change here. Galloway's checked in. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 1. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. P passes to Jordan. P, he's guarded by Anunoby. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and the dunk by Jordan.
Love how involved DeAndre gets on the pick and roll plays. There are a few things more terrifying for a defense seeing him cut to the basket after he sets a screen.
Van Vliet against Harden. Van Vliet with the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
P covered by Flynn. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And the Raptors with the ball. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
So it's the Toronto Raptors bringing the quarter to a close. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of it. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
We've got Fred VanVleet. OG Anunoby is out there with Hart. Then it's Levin. And it's Flynn in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. They grant their own miss. Basket good. Jordan's got 6 points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
To the right side. VanVleet against Harden. And here is Irving. He has 7. There's the pass to P. Nets passing it around. To the middle and stolen by Levin. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Hart. He's covered by Irving. Elbow shot. Toronto gets it back with a new 14. And Levins throws it down.
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Harden against VanVleet. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
KD passes to Pete. Back to Durant. Now VanVleet. He has 6. And the foul on Pete. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Porter passes to Hart. Here's Watanabe. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Harris. Pushing it up. Here's White. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. For the lead, that puts them in the lead. White's got 4 this quarter. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And it's Schroeder missing. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Nets out in front, leading by a point. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Be out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Toscano in at the 4 spot.
One of the premier above-the-rim players in the game, DeAndre Jordan, doing what he does best.
Down low, and Levins throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
It's tipped and stolen by Levin. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Sinks the triple. And the Raptors lead by 2.
That pull-up jumper, a staple for the elite point guards. Count Lowry and that company.
P passes to Jordan and stolen by Levin. The shot from 20 feet away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. Pass to Jordan. Harris outside. On the wing, Harden. They need this. And the 3-ball is good.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
And Levins throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Nets trailed by 3. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And stolen by Levins. Stolen by Harden. Pass to Pete. He dishes it to Jordan. Passes it to Pete. Back to Jordan. But he recovers it. Second shot opportunity. Harden's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Hart, guarded by Harris. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And here we go. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jordan.
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Three-pointer, Lowry, the rebound by the Nets. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. P passes to Harden. P, he's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Toscano. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line. What's up?
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nets.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
Here's Schroeder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And with Schroeder's ability to shoot and drive, he commands the attention of the entire defense.
And there's the pass to Pete. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Fred VanVleet picks one up. And he makes the first. And a new group in for the Nets. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Mullen comes in for Kevin Durant. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Irving. And the foul on Pete. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, right here.
In the corner, it's Galloway. Pass to Pete. Here's Cornett. Fast break, Toronto. Randall's running. Harkless the pass to Watanabe. Here's Magruder. No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Switch on the fan. It's hot, hit the switch on the fan.
This where my head is. I feel resentment from every dimension. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing the section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me and she tryna. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them. Sports in the top 10.
Came straight from the upper. Nah, there'll never be another. Think they got me covered. I hit the 3 at the buzzer. I hit the 3 at the buzzer. Hey, I hit the 3 at the buzzer. I hit the 3 at the buzzer. Think twice before you run up. Ready, get you done up. Working hard till the sun go down. Still working when it come up. You don't wait for it to come up. Gotta check, let it run up. Gotta check.
Detention at the school cause I never followed rules. Was a good kid at home so my mama was confused. I just wanted shoes, trying to keep up with the crew. How'd y'all get everything new? I'm from the same place as you. Decisions I would choose that could put me in the news. Ever since a Juve I've been trying to. I had to handle life before I learned how to. If my daddy ever knew the trouble I get into, I was just a youth. I gotta thank you instead of going to they threw it. And I love the hoop, but didn't have the coach to play for. Everybody knew I kept a handle on the string though. Waking up my neighbors, pretending I'm in the Staples. AI was my favorite, but Kobe showed me what great is. I could really make it if I turn some better grades in. Friends I love to hang with didn't help me bring no A's in. And I had to work way harder cause I'm Haitian. Couldn't stop my hesitation, dropping 30 on. Coach Kevin from the Blazers helped me change my situation. I could have been one of them cases that ain't making the graduation. Mama told me I'm worth it. A little pain will hurt you. Practice till it's perfect. And that's what I deserve.
Kicked out of school in the 8th, said I was a waste of talent. Kid in suburban school was a major challenge. 8:30, but late for class, that's a burpee. I stopped at 7-Eleven to purchase myself a Slurpee then. 9th grade, I'm on the varsity team. In the starting lineup, that's the start of the dream. Parents didn't like me as the star of the scene. Seemed like they always did me down when I was partially beamed. So, 10th grade, I tried private school. Coach ain't really like me, and I ain't really rock with dude. I barely played a minute. No sweat in my follicles. At a to the slums though, boy, I'm with the get down. Back up in my habitat, this where all the action at. Scholarship that we be stating, David Stern passed the hat. No cap.
Mama told me I'm worth it. A little pain will hurt you. The practice till it's perfect. And that's what I deserve. First semester as a freshman, I'm out with a blessing. You know I can't wait till that financial aid check hit. I'm going to the gym way before breakfast. No talking to my best friends. I'm working on excellence. Still ain't get no playing time cause they was putting Seth in. But Liberty was still winning like Davidson and Stephen. bitching at practice. Anything can happen from the couch to the mattress. More to the story, I'm just finishing the chapter. Mama told me I'm worth it. A little pain won't hurt you. Practice till it's perfect. And that's what I deserve.
Those look awesome. Great choice.